Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.
Previously on the Transformers.
Them Autobots are in a heap of trouble. Boss Megatron's on the warpath and he's not alone. Old Man Shockwave's building something nasty up at Darkmount, while Starscream shares that famous Decepticon hospitality with Wheeljack. But help's on the way. Bumblebee, Bulkhead, and RC are headed to the fight faster than an angry Dinobot. But Big Papa Prime is in bad shape. Can Smokescreen get to Doc Ratchet in time, or is Optimus headed to that big parking lot in the sky? Now on to the actual episode titled Scattered.
How apt.
From here out, spoiler warnings. The episode begins with Shockwave's welcome home party, where Megatron pronounces him Scientist Supreme of the Decepticons. Not to be outdone, Starscream harnesses one of humanity's greatest creations, the internet, to aid in the hunt for the Autobots. Apparently, some Bigfoot tracker got a picture of Ratchet at a junkyard, but fortunately, Bumblebee and the kid get to him first. But the Doc has a case of the cyber sulks and wants to give up because the war is over.
Typical Autobot weakling.
What was that?
Nothing.
So Bee and the kid decide to reconvene at the derelict Decepticon ship, the Harbinger. Meanwhile, back at Darkmount, not even Shockwave could break Wheeljack, so the unfortunate Wrecker is ordered melted down by Starscream. But Wheeljack manages to escape by riding a Decepticon red shirt to safety in the best action scene of the episode. But Starscream installed a little insurance policy, a tracking device. Over at the Cave of Tragedy, things are still looking bleak for Optimus Prime. But Smokescreen is off on a desperate mission to acquire the Hammer of Solus Prime, which is the only thing that can save the beloved Autobot leader, while RC and Jack receive unexpected but not unwelcome reinforcements from the great Ultra Magnus.
Where has he been this whole time, polishing his...
Such language, Sergeant.
Meanwhile, Bulkhead and Wheeljack are wise to Starscream's plan, and left a surprise along with the tracker for Starscream's goons, a grenade.
Now those wreckers are real soldiers.
While more cunning and durable than the average Autobot, there's still no match for superior Decepticon intellect.
Am I the only one here who thought Mech was cool?
Yes.
Finish the... review, Private.
But the Autobots aren't the only ones with reinforcements. Apparently, if you give a warped scientific genius millions of years alone, he clones a robot dragon. Oh, and if you were fooled by Ratchet's cyber sulks and didn't think he would turn up at the end of the episode to help Bee and Raph, happy first birthday.
You moron.
This episode is pretty good. We're starting to build up a head of steam. The fractured Autobots are starting to regroup and prepare for the inevitable assault on Darkmount. It was also cool to see what Shockwave's been up to, and how he changes the Decepticon power dynamic. I was also digging the humor of this episode, mostly centered around the conflicting personalities and styles of the Decepticons. Starscream also came off pretty good. He's usually just the butt of a joke, but his tracking device plan was actually really smart.
But not smart enough.
The real standout moments, though, all belong to the Wreckers. Wheeljack's jailbreak is pure awesome, along with turning the tables on Starscream. I was much less happy with Ratchet's development. In the Transformers Prime Season 2 finale, he took the loss of the Omega Lock really hard. It seemed like his belief in both Optimus and the Autobots was in question. But one little snit fit, and then he just turns up at the Harbinger, all, "I'm a doctor, not a turncoat." I'm happy to see Ultra Magnus, or hell, any friendly face at this point, except Wheelie. But seriously, what has he been doing this whole time? As I've said before, scores aren't that important in predominantly episodic shows. But when has that ever stopped me before? So it's time again for the good, the bad, and the score. Shockwave, the Wreckers, Starscream's plan, and the Wreckers going to town on Starscream's plan are all great. Ultra Magnus finally deciding to grace us with his presence, and Ratchet needing a cry before getting back in the fight, not so great. Still, definitely see this episode. 3.5 out of 5. And stay tuned for more videos and reviews from me, the Stupid Private. Thank you for watching.
That's all, folks.